Welcome back. In our journey through the world of trusts, we are moving from the what of your plan to the who. We are going to talk about choosing your trustee. In many ways, choosing your trustee is similar to choosing your executor. And like an executor, a trustee's role is not honorary. It's a working position with real responsibilities. The trustee becomes the legal manager of trust property, and they are responsible for carrying out your instructions for the benefit of your beneficiaries. They can't use the money for themselves, other than reasonable compensation and reimbursed expenses. But they absolutely can make decisions that affect whether your plan runs smoothly or turns into years of conflict. So the first mindset shift is this: the best trustees may not be the one who you love most. Choose trustees based on who can do the job. Think of your estate plan like a high-tech airplane. You have programmed the GPS with the exact coordinates of where you want your assets to go. But if you aren't in the cockpit, you need a pilot who is trustworthy, reliable, and actually knows how to fly. You wouldn't just hand the controls to anyone. Selecting a trustee is similar. It's like hiring the pilot for your legacy. This decision is one of the most vital aspects of your roadmap, because no matter how independent you are, you simply cannot administer your own estate once you're gone. So, where do you find your pilot? You generally have two paths: individuals or professionals. For many everyday families, the first choice is an individual, a spouse, a grown child, or a lifelong friend. They often know your family dynamics, and they likely understand your values. However, being an individual pilot comes with human limitations. People get old, they get sick, they move away, or they simply get overwhelmed by the responsibilities. In some cases, naming one child over another could even drive a wedge into their relationship. The other path is a professional or corporate trustee, such as a bank's trust department, a professional trust company, or a professional you trust that is willing to serve, such as an attorney or financial advisor. These are the commercial pilots of the estate world. They are objective, they have deep pockets for liability protection, and most importantly, they don't die or get sick. They are a great choice if your estate is large or complex, or if you anticipate contention among your heirs. But they come with a price tag, usually an annual fee that may range around 1% to 3% of the trust's value, and many won't take on an estate valued at less than $400,000. So the right answer depends on your family dynamics and how complex the trust is. If your trust will last many years, if there are blended family tensions, if beneficiaries are likely to pressure the trustee, or if the trust is large enough that professional management makes sense, an institutional trustee may be the safer choice. If your trust is simpler and you have a stable, capable person who is organized and trusted, an individual trustee may work well. Regardless of which path you choose, you need to look for specific skills. First, you are looking for honesty and integrity. Being in charge of someone else's money can be very tempting. You need someone who won't borrow from the trust or put the statements in a drawer and forget about them. Second, your trustee may need to pay bills, file tax returns, make investment decisions, and possibly prepare accountings. If your favorite relative is notorious for being bad with money, they might not be the best choice for taking on the responsibility, even if you love them dearly. That said, you can authorize any trustee to hire professionals to help with tasks that aren't their strengths. The trade-off is cost. Professional help is an added expense to your trust or estate. And even with professionals involved, the trustee still has to supervise them. Third, you need someone who can say no. Your trustee might be the primary target for unhappy relatives pressing them to make different decisions. You need a leader who will stand up for your wishes and follow your roadmap to the letter, even when the pressure is high. One important part is to sit down with the person and talk with them. Ask directly, do you want the job? Do you understand it could take months or years? Are you comfortable with paperwork and numbers? Do you have the time? Will you stand up to family pressure and follow the trust terms? Are you financially stable? Meaning, would you ever be tempted to borrow from the trust? And what compensation would you expect? That last question matters, because this job will likely take them a significant amount of time. Compensation can reduce resentment and reduce the chance they resign halfway through the job. Finally, we have the rule of 3 for backups. Backups are your successors. Your first choice might not be able to act for dozens of reasons. They could be ill, they could be too busy, or they could simply change their mind. To keep your estate on track, you should aim to name at least 2 alternates behind your primary choice. Then there is the question about co-trustees. Sometimes people choose co-trustees to balance skills. One person is organized with money, another person understands the family. That can work, but too many cooks can spoil the broth. If you assign co-trustees, think through how they will need to work together. Can any of them make a decision independently, or do all trustees need to perform every task? Build in a tiebreaker or dispute process, otherwise you risk gridlock. So what step to take today? By watching this video, you have already cleared the confusion milestone. You now understand the trade-offs between an individual and a professional trustee. You know the core skills of a successful trustee, and you understand why backups are not optional. If you're ready for a small, immediate step, complete the questions below this video in the MyEstateKit app, and then take a look in the resource section if you would like to dive deeper into the differences in individual and corporate trustee options, along with other questions to ask, and even how to have a conversation with your trustee. You're doing great work. You've made one step closer to making your plan a reality. Keep up the great work.